Hey guys, if you can't tell, I bought a new car. It's a 1987 BMW 325. It's the E, essentially, so it's the 2.7 liter M20. Obviously it's an E30 chassis, and you can see, as you can tell by the video, it's a four-door, which I've been needing for a while. I've been looking for a four-door car for some time. I've been eyeing things like E34 M5s, E36 M3, 4, 5s, that kind of thing. But this finally came into my radar, popped up on Craigslist, semi-locally, about 130 miles away. The struggle of the North Country Craigslist scene for cars as you have to travel. So I checked it out, 130 miles later, drove it home, bam, I'm driving it now. It's my daily driver. It's got 172,000 miles on it, and it's been meticulously maintained basically its whole life. The most recent timing belt was changed about 8,000 miles ago. Had, obviously timing belt, water pump, things like lollipops have been changed, emergency brake cables, all of the hard line brake lines on the car have been changed. Fresh brakes, the usual. It's just a good running car. It was well maintained. So this is now my daily driver. I swapped plates from the 280ZX, and so I'm now going to have the time. I just finished up some jobs, and I'm actually just going back from the bank now. I just got paid for the most recent job, so I'm now have the free time in the later portions of June to finish up the 240Z and hopefully get that thing on the road as well, so I can have a four-door people carrier, this car, and my awesome dream car that I've been building the last 7 years. So to bring people up to speed on where the 240 project is currently, is the dash is still out waiting to be installed. The last issue that I'm dealing with at the moment is a issue with my blinkers. I don't have blinker function at the moment. I had blinkers when I took everything apart, but of course when you put everything back together, it figures, something stops working. So my next plan of action, or course of action, is going to be to test the switch, see if the switch is within spec, and if it is, then I have to further investigate the situation and uncover why I'm not getting blinkers. But if the switch is bad or it doesn't test out, I can then take the switch apart, and I've read a lot of things about rebuilding those switches, so I'm fairly confident I should be able to build the switch back up if it is the problem. But that's, I think, going to be the project I might do either this evening or tomorrow, is to test that switch and hopefully get some blinker action going in the 240, because that's the only thing holding me up from being able to put the carbon fiber dash back in the car, and I've been wanting to do that for, it's probably going on 4 months now. That's needs to happen now, because once the dash is in the car, I can then do so many other things. I can just really finish the car up. I can put it back on the ground. I can change injectors to my new RC injectors that I bought that are flow matched. I need to rebuild the CV axles. I got fresh boots, and gotta re-grease and do all that stuff. Then just a general once-over on the car, bleed the brakes, bleed the clutch, make sure the suspension is set bump steer, that kind of stuff. And then once those little odds and ends are done, shit, I'm gonna be trying to drive the thing. So I'm hoping I can do all that in the second half of this month, but I need to stop saying that. I need to stop making these deadlines, because I seem to never be able to meet them. But either way, this at least was a video that kind of brings everybody up to speed. And now I'm just telling everybody I'm no longer working on boat stuff in the garage, which has been my last 2 or 3 months. I've just had an onslaught of jobs pile into my lap at the last minute, because everybody seems to want to get their boats ready right before the season starts, and you know how it is. So now I don't have a huge workload and I can just hunker down, get the 240 finished, tinker with the e30, and just have a good summer. My boats are all in the water, ready to go. I can't wait to just enjoy the season. So I'm just driving back, like I said, driving back from the bank now, and I figured I'll bring you along for the ride, and I'll spin you around here in a second, make the camera all crazy. Yeah, Dick. Alright, well, get out, do a little walk around with the car, show you how she looks on the outside. And we'll leave it running while we do it. So yeah, 1987, 325. So not bad. Obviously you got some cancer at the bottom of the fenders here, but there and behind it's not too bad, honestly. The rockers are pretty solid. You got a little bit of rust at the gas tank here, but again, it doesn't go through, and it's actually not that bad. Most of the rust is pretty superficial on this thing. It's really a pretty sweet car. Back seat, it's pretty awesome. Interior, it really is pretty clean. Other than, yeah, like I said, the carpet could use a hell of a cleaning. But yeah, driver's seat, not too shabby. I'll probably look for some beige pearl sport seats for the future, but I think in the meantime this thing is going to be plenty adequate. So in the future I'll be respraying this the same cinnamon red and just maintaining it. I want to keep this car for a long time, I think.